It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bills and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between our visitors and the Atlanta Falcons. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. The Franks looking to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Franks now. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at about the 28. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here come the Bills with excellent field position to get things started. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 48 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Keep 15.
Now Franks. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Franks. That's complete. It's Collins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, Franks under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
24 is the mic.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35.
There we go.
A big play here for the Bills. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Touchdown, Bills. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's 15-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Franks. He finds his man. Complete. It's Williamson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Williamson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Come on now.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Dances by at the 20. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, and I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Frank's throw taken in here by Chase. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Jamar Chase, 62 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 77 yards. And the Bills are able to add on to their first-half lead. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On first down, here's Franks. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Franks. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Williamson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. It's Franks now from the shotgun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Falcons send out their punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for two. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peck. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Bills' 21-yard line.
They go again with Collins. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Peck. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Peck. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. This is Collins on the handoff. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with Collins. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for the Bills. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
We got 3.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Bass now to send it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Looking to throw on second down. Peck. He finds his man complete. It's Williamson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, Peck. He finds his man complete. It's Collins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 46 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Peck. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 3rd down. Peck. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick, his 2nd sack of the night. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills add on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will. because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Peck. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take...
And this is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And we remember, of course, all scoring players need to be here in the finals. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Williamson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd down, Peck throwing the out route and complete. That's Williamson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
1st and 10, 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Peck. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
Hey, let's go!
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Peck. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Bills going to take over again on offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and
for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Williamson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just